Yes, I'm Lila, Mr. Golding.
Hey,
Yes, nice to meet you in my town.
of course.
We're gonna run with the green one.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna take with this.
Yeah, man.
This belongs to Omar and you.
Of course.
All the way, Omar.
All the way.
All the way. Yes. Yes, people. Markgolding and Gail. Walk and meet the people. Yes, go up there, we're gonna fix up that soon. Open that market, Omar. Yes, market G. Fix up that food
Comrade chair of the party, Comrade Gavin, the next MP, Comrade Ryan, Comrade councillors, my comrades, warriors, foot soldiers, no respect. I will start by reading some verses. Ecclesiastes verse 3. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep, a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to love, a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. And let me add, a time to not call it and a time to call it. Because everywhere I go in Jamaica, whether it's a policeman stopping me, or a security yelling me, or somebody will sell me something, everybody say time come. Because the people are feeling it. And this PR government, God said them gaslight me. Them want us to don't believe what we see, don't believe what we hear, and don't believe what we feel, because they want to paint a picture like everything alright. I remember when the Prime Minister, when he was in opposition, talking about a basket and what $5 grand can buy in that basket. I dare him to come back to Parliament now with the basket that he and his government is going to provide for $5,000 here in Jamaica. Poor people are suffering. Now, comrades, the time comes for us to take back the reins of power and to work for the people. Because what they have been doing is to work for them friend and company. And we tired, them love suing. So, when we talk, I don't say nothing definitive, so I read between the lines. But when my counterpart, I'm telling you something, I have sat back quietly and listened to that man drop word about me a mischief maker and a lie me I tell about the healthcare system. Them all go parliament go drop word. Me not reach parliament yet, Gabby, and them a drop word for me in a parliament. But I watch that man appoint him brethren as a councillor, remove the sitting JLP councillor and put him brethren in there. And next thing you know, that brethren get all of the contract them to all of the funeral home them in a Kingston and St. Catherine. So if you have somebody who die in Kingston, you have to go for the body in Spanish Town on top of your grieving. But them say it's above board. And if I say something not right, then them are going to sue me. But it no look good, it no sound good, and me no feel good. When you have Dwayne Smith who just get MP in a full by-election, I don't think 1,000 people vote for him. When that man who I never hear that man cook a pot yet or serve a lunch yet get a $2 billion contract to provide food at the hospitals, and when you look online you see one dumpling and one piece of chicken back. And when the doctors and nurses on duties, bread and crackers and cheese them get it. It no look good, it no sound good, and we no feel good out it. When you have a minister of health running around tell us that we must eat better and we must eat banana and cassava and eat we grow and eat more vegetables, yet in name a call up say I import bad rice. It no look good, it no sound good, and we no feel good. You have a prime minister and it depends on who you talk to. Sometimes a board house in Groping, sometimes a NHT house in Groping. I never say NHT in the board house. I don't know if before my time or not. But you born poor, and then Radam. You have 28 bank account and a mansion in Beverly Hills. Me's a trying you with me, want to know how you do it too. Sometimes our comrades you must understand that sometimes we have more month at the end of the money rather than more money at the end of the month. I want to do it. But him so the journalist who they talk about him friend and thing when he did our ministry education. So all we can say tonight is it no look good, it no sound good, and we no feel good. So comrades, I want all of you to work and make sure Gabby gets in, because Gabby have to get in. It's one of the must-win seats. Southeast St. Catherine, where I am, is one of the must-win seats. And my crew there tonight, them drive all the way come and they will tell us that we have it locked. But you need to have it locked for Gabby too. If it means just a street by street, lane by lane, house by house, we're going to take it to them. So that on the night of the election, when one is called Horace Chang and say, Jensek, how it look? He might go say, my prime minister, it no look good, it no sound good, and we no feel good. Because Marky G look like him, take it to them.
In our nation's history, where we have to decide if we are going to be on the side of good or evil. It is that simple. I say me come to talk truth tonight, you know. Because what is happening in our country and what this government is doing to the people of Jamaica is nothing short of evil. Me not afraid to talk it. I went to church last week, you know, and they asked me to come up and say a few words. And I said, Jamaica need to get back on the side of righteousness and truth. Because too much liar tell. And I said in the Senate a few weeks ago, Dr. Dawes, that this government is governing by gaslighting people. Because they want to come and tell you, people of Northwest St. Anne, say, listen, you're not hungry. You're not struggling to buy food. When you go to the supermarket, the little money done before you can go take up 2 things. You feel that, you know? And they want to tell you, say everything is nice and everything is good and the economy is the best it has ever been. They want to tell you that you who have 2 picnic wagon school and you can't get them Panny Park program, they want to tell you that the education system is the best it has ever been and nothing wrong. They want to tell you, people of Northwest St. Anne, who have to use the hospital, Dr. Dawes, in Senance Bay, that my tie is in a tire condition. I don't know I use it, you know. I don't know if they go there go sit down on bench and wait, you know. I don't know when you go there and can't get no bed, you know, if you sit down on chair, you know. I don't know go there for surgery and then tell you no say no surgery can't do because the operating theater locked down, you know. And yet, we have a minister of health who wants to come and tell this country that the health system is the best it has ever been. I remember I come here to talk the truth, nothing but the truth, and the whole truth. If you follow this government, you would think that here in Jamaica appear prosperity. But I want to drag on the memory a little, you know, because sometimes when memory can short. We don't want comrades' memory short. Remember good. In the last election, remember, you know, Homeless administration has been in power for the last 9 years. 9 years. And a couple months ago, he said that 9 years was for what? We don't know if he said, and he said he want one more term for the people. I never see nothing go so yet. What can go so? What can go so? But I want you to remember good. See, Omar said one. First thing said we can't let the window and we do our open. I don't know about it, but I not left no window and no door open. Because here in Northwest St. Anne, we've been seeing so many cases of crime, robbery, car, get thief. So that already has been a what? Fail. Negative. He made another promise. And this one is really serious, you know. I don't know how many of you remember 5 in 4. He promised that the economy would grow by 5% in 4 years. Comrades, in the years that Andrew Holness has been in power, the economy has not grown more than one %. And so when you look at some of these promises, and we know the other one, them fixed election day, grand referendum, you say what heap of things. When we look at what he has promised and what he has delivered, can we really, can we really trust a prime minister like that? Make we take it a little bit local. Because here in Northwest St. Anne, as the next member of parliament, I understand that the people are suffering from trauma of lack of delivery on promises made. You walk and you hear people say, boy, we did hear them promise this, so the road are going to fix, and 5 years later, no road can fix.
Worst condition ever.
It is the worst condition that the roads have been in. I've heard so many people say that. Even the ones that they patch, as in patch it and mash up, because it is all about giving contract to the boys, and the workmanship is poor. That is what we are up against. I remember when I just came, Dr. Dawes, and I went to the Runaway Bay Health Clinic that serves a lot of people in this part of the constituency, and I spoke out about the poor conditions there, and the MP said, let me tell you. I went and I look up in the roof and I see it leaking, and I look outside and I see the sun hot, they burn the people them when them sit down and wait, and they say no, me have to talk about this because something need to do, and the people then say I like that. If you pass by the center even today, you will see that it's not being used, because guess what, them lock it up and say minor repairs, and I hear that those repairs won't be done for another month. So people have to be traveling how much miles to get access to health care, when the MP promised that in a matter of weeks the project in Runaway Bay for the health center would be sorted out. As she said that, and that was from how long ago, in the summer.
Almost 1 year after.
So you see the type of representation that you have. But I'm here to tell you that when you have an MP like me, you have substance. When you have an MP like me, you know that you have somebody can come talk to. We might not answer my phone every time, but they will answer it sometime, or most time. When you have an MP like me, you know that you can look forward to the schools in this constituency getting the necessary support. So your babies, your children,